Welcome, dear souls. This is Agape from Enter Agape, and I have a very interesting reading today. This reading is about timelines and predicting future. So I was curious what source is going to show me, because I asked in a meditation when I was clearing the cards, and I always do that using my theta skills. So I go deep into meditation and I connect to source and I ask source to clear all the cards for me, so that only the highest and most beneficial message is going through from the source of all there is, because I'm only interested in the guidance of source that all there is. And so I heard it's about timelines. And this is a little bit difficult for me because I'm not expert in like physics, but what I'm getting very strongly, and I don't know why I'm getting it. I mean, I know why I'm getting it because I feel it intuitively. The cards are saying like there's two main, two opposite like ideas about the subject, and somehow they are both represented by males. So one male, it's like this emperor energy, and somehow I'm getting this is a vibe that somehow church is condemning, because we have the Hierophant in reverse, and somehow instantly I got this feeling that some of these concepts are being condemned by the church. But this is like a different topic I would like to also talk about later. And somehow one of the people giving ideas about this topic is actually also a male, but it's like more emotionally available man, like more in tune with the intuition. So I'm getting strongly this is like two opposite, maybe physicists, or maybe two opposite theories that kind of opposite each other, and somehow there's a woman involved in this scenario. So I would say like there's two different sides of the story about the timelines, whether they exist or not, or generally how the time works, or is it time even something real. And somehow there's this female energy, the Empress energy, and also the Nine of Pentacles, also woman energy, and also with the Queen of Pentacles again saying blooming. So it's like two ways, I would say. So for some of them there is a woman that is going to change that concept, or is been already changing this concept, or has came up with something that is changing both of the concepts. And for for other part of the story is like the woman is here indicated is better in doing like this reading future thing, that the female energy is somehow better. And this is also coming with this King of Pentacles and a Five of Spectres and a Seven of Spectres. So it's like harder for them, for men, I would say. But this also, of course, it doesn't apply only to gender. This is about energy, because you can have like male energy, male man, or man with a female energy. So this is only about the energy. And the overall topic is like the balance. So the Six of Pentacles, equal give and take. And in this context, please forgive me, this is like a very complex reading and so many topics around it, so I might be jumping from one end to another. It's about equal give and take. So the way I'm seeing this through my own perception is that you are creating your reality, and at the same time you are predicting it. So this is like this equal give and take. And one of the first cards was the Magician. So for me it says you are your own magician about creating realities. And the very first card was like Ace of Swords, and the first question was about the timelines. Is it real? So for me it's yes, they're real, but you have the opportunity to choose them. And also there was like this introductory cards telling me that people are wanting to find out about this topic. It's becoming more and more popular, and there are so many quarrels about that. There is no consensus, and I'm seeing like two main sides, and somehow one side it's connected to, and please see how those cards operate together. So this is like the one block and this is the other block. First we have stress. On one side we've got people who first have stress but then they bloom, and on the other side we have first people that are relaxed and then they decide. Those cards talk about decision. And of course you can take it other way around because it's like mirroring. So it's like two concepts of how reality works. And if one is represented by the emperor, I said before, and this is more connected like to the god somehow, I would say, and the church especially. And this block tells me more about like having faith. So all this surrender, let go, trust, this is how I'm seeing it. And this other block is more about like using your intuitive imagination with this King of Cups. And then from this state of where you are relaxed, you are in your heart space, you are relaxed, you are fine, you have decision to make and you are making decisions, and this is how you create your future timelines. And somehow I'm also seeing that there is justice being brought maybe to the topic, so something new is gonna pop out or is already being like evaluated about those theories. And I have full twice, so there's going to be like a new beginning in the discourse, or this is just strongly confirming that you are always like this fool, having to make a first move, being at the beginning always in every moment. So doesn't matter what the future is because you choose in here and now. And I've also have Ace of Pentacles twice, and this is telling me about a gift. So maybe this choice, this first move, it's like a gift. And somehow I'm also seeing there's this line about women who are doing the predictions, the predicting future, and that was also something that was very strong in the past. That this is also connected to this High Priestess energy and the star energy. So again, it's like a confirmation that women energy, the female energy, was very successful, and that but this has to do something with fear. So maybe this is telling us that if you are in this place of fear, then you want to predict the future because you want to kind of protect yourself. And somehow I had also these cards of like lots of feelings, lots of emotions, so lots of thought energy. And with this thought energy, it's like someone trying to prevent from something happening with this change. And that's why maybe they're using those techniques to predict the future. And I would say the cards are saying it's possible, especially if you have this female energy, but at the same time they are insisting you can create your own energy when you are in this relaxed state. Because from the other deck I had exactly the same cards, and this is no coincidence, coming from two different decks. So this is like a strong confirmation, guys. This is no coincidence. Two different decks, this is exactly the same card. So it's like focusing that you can create it yourself. This is how I'm getting it. And then you have a success. And the success card, it's also this Three of Cups. And now I'm feeling that with the Cups energy. So it's like an emotional energy. So maybe if you feel this vision of future with emotions, then you somehow magnetize it. And of course we have the card of visualization and dreaming something into reality. So I would say this is a very interesting layout because it's showing there are like those two main discourses about how to predict the future. Is it possible, or are you creating it? And the fun part is that what I'm getting so far is, depending on where you are with your decision, you are either creating your reality and this is your truth, or you are on the opposite side and you're trying to think about it and prevent it. So in a way you are seeing the most possible timeline potential, like doing a tarot reading, and because you've seen it, you can now decide whether you like the outcome or not, or so are you changing the thoughts you have that are creating your current reality, or you just persist in your decision making, do whatever you do because you want to progress in that timeline. But I'm not saying like it's a set in stone, like you see this one timeline and it has to happen. So I think maybe I take this day, I haven't used it, maybe Spirit will show me something more. Predicting futures, predicting timelines. Is there anything you want to tell us, Spirit? Yeah, so transition, change, so definitively about what changing thoughts. So you want to change your future, you change your thoughts, so then you change your behaviors. Travel, so the test tells me like it's possible to travel between the timelines, and this goes with this changing of thought. You change your thoughts, you change your timeline, because they are just like one after another, and you can jump between them and then change realities. Those cards don't make much sense. Well, this card tells me about mirroring. So something is mirroring in your reality. Okay, so your reality is actually exactly mirroring your thoughts. This is how I'm getting it. And please notice that this card is about something totally different than timelines. So I'm watching more at the pictures to have the interpretation. Yeah, and disputes, that's what I said at the very beginning, that there are like two opposite camps, I would say, about how this works. And what I'm seeing is you're not merging those two opposite discourses, because if you decide you create your own reality, then this is how it works. If you decide differently, then you have different laws that apply in your reality. This is how I'm getting this. And this apology card, this blue rose, this dark rose, this is giving me like the vibe of a portal, because when we have light sessions during Course in Miracles sessions, people often stay in this shape, like a rose petals. So we are circled in a circle, in a circle, and I'm always getting this vibe that there is like this portal of energy opening. So maybe this is have to do something also with the timelines, or like changing timelines or changing realities via portal, quantum shifts and so on. This is very interesting. Okay, I had some other cards also pulled. So don't let the past drag you down, don't let the past hold you. So this is like about the past thoughts, because what we're seeing now in this reality is actually a past thought we had, and a decision and the outcome that came after that. What else do we have here? Yeah, and this card says about finding balance, about balance within spirituality and like everyday practicality. So this is maybe about this equal give and take that I was mentioning. So you're not only dreaming this into reality with your thoughts, but you also make actions and somehow co-creating this, but always with the higher power. And also there was this element of like church condemning this reading of future somehow, and also the tarot. But actually, why is it going out? I have to check. Tell me something more. Why is this here? Okay, so I'm getting it now, because this was an element of control, and church wanted to have like control over everything, and with those divine feminines, those high priestesses, those intuition gifts within every female, their control would be outside of the church, and they were afraid of this control. This is how I'm getting. This is actually so strange to get all those informations. Yeah, so there was like some deceit about this whole concept. This is how I'm getting this. Yeah, and the women, the like the holy women who knew how to do that, because it was possible to like, it is possible to have a glimpse of like the nearest timeline potential, the nearest timeline jump that's within your reach based on your previous thoughts. So it is possible, and they were somehow condemned because with this infinity symbol, this talks to me like there is no time and space actually at all. Everything is infinite, one infinite moment of decision. This is how I'm getting, and somehow this truth was condemned somehow. And yes, with the word card, like this is the word card. This is how the word works. Yeah, this is so interesting. Really, I'm just gonna have one more card. Is there anything else we should add to this story, to this picture? Timelines, reading future. Yeah, so it's like confirmation for me. There are two main ways to approach the topic, and you decide what is a reality for you. This is a lover's card, and it talks about choice. In this reading, I would say it's about choice, and with the choice you decide whether you're gonna look at the past and you're gonna miss it and do something about it and change your thoughts and leave a situation, change something, make a progression. This is how I'm getting it. So it would say that it's all about choice. It's mostly about choice, and even if it's only a choice to stick to one particular context, then it's also affecting your future. This is how I'm seeing it. So I hope this made any sense, because I think it was rather complicated, but I enjoyed it so much, and I would be very glad to hear comments, because you probably have many ideas about how it potentially could work with the timelines and predicting future. And I thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for every share, like, subscribe. And thank you, and see you till the next time.